Have you seen Joe Biden lately?
That Netanyahu should go.
Now, I've said before that I don't actually like pointing out the fact Joe Biden is 1/25th Amendment away from a nursing home. I mean, sure, Biden has been a warmongering, corrupt as they come Democrat for his whole political career, but it's very hard to watch an old man wandering around looking confused.
This could be a disaster. Stand by. Eagle has made it down the stairs. He was a little wobbly at the end, but he made it. Eagle appears to be very disoriented today. We're going to need to do like last time and point out exactly where we need him to go. Secret Service team, prepare a point. Hold that point. Perfect. No way he could miss that. Eagle will be turning in 5, 4, 3, 2. He missed his mark. He missed his mark. Eagle is wandering. Jesus Christ. All units be advised, we are going to need a pretty lady or small child of some sort with nice smelling hair to get the Eagle back on track. And we've lost visual.
Obviously, that wasn't real Secret Service audio, but it's clever nonetheless. It's also very hard to watch an old man become so distressed he lashes out. Or struggling to get into a car. And certainly, more and more clips seem to be popping up of Joe Biden at various events, both in America and on the world stage, where he really appears to be showing signs of cognitive decline. It's got to the point where I can't just on principle not focus on Biden's deficiencies, not only because the election is on the way and Biden might just be re-elected leader of the free world, heaven forbid, but because the White House has gone from just pretending Biden's gaffes don't exist to literally telling the public that the unedited clips that are floating around social media are fake, misinformation, that they don't actually reveal what they appear to reveal. So how did this change of tactic come about? Well, there have been a few really quite recent high-profile public blunders that have gone viral over the last few weeks. Like, for instance, this clip at the G7 summit where Biden wandered away from the group of world leaders he was with to talk to some parachuters and had to be ushered back by Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Then there was this incident at the end of a Democratic fundraiser where Biden appeared to freeze up on stage and had to be steered off by former President Barack Obama. Was this. None of it makes Joe Biden look like he should even have had one term of the presidency, let alone potentially two. And it has evidently become too hot for the White House to ignore. So White House Press Secretary, the long-suffering Karine Jean-Pierre, has come out in a press conference to say the viral videos are fake.
There seems to be a sort of rash of videos that have been edited to make the president appear especially frail or mentally confused. I'm wondering if the White House is especially worried about the fact that this appears to be a pattern that we're seeing more often.
Yeah, and I think you all have called this the cheap fakes video, and that's exactly what they are. They are cheap fakes video. They are done in bad faith, and some of your news organization have been very clear, have stressed that these the right-wing critics of the president have a credibility problem because of the fact checkers have repeatedly caught them pushing misinformation, disinformation, and so we see this, and this is something coming from your part of the world, calling them cheap fakes and misinformation.
Hear that, everyone? These videos are cheap fakes. That's the new propaganda term from the Biden administration, no doubt deliberately chosen to sound exceptionally like deep fakes, which are videos of a person in which their face or body has been digitally altered so that they appear to be someone else, typically used maliciously or to spread false information. Apparently, the fact checkers are onto them. Good heavens. Well, that's actually true. The fact checkers have been fact-checking these, well, seemingly unedited videos of Joe Biden, but the conclusions being drawn don't actually help the Democrat case. Take this fact check from the Associated Press, which tried to debunk the video of Obama steering Biden off stage at the Democratic fundraiser. Here is what the fact checker used to supposedly do the fact check. White House spokesperson Andrew Bates described the moment as the president taking in an applauding crowd for a few seconds. A source who helped organize and attended the fundraiser told the AP that there was nothing noteworthy about this moment and that Obama wanted to be chummy by walking off stage with Biden. Louis Kay, a spokesperson for Jimmy Kimmel, called the claims spreading online nonsense. Attendees in the front were shouting at him and President Biden was trying to hear them, he wrote in an email to the AP. It's as simple as that. Really? They used a White House spokesperson, an unnamed source, and a spokesperson for Jimmy Kimmel, who hosted the fundraiser and is a raging Democrat, as a supposedly impartial fact check of what, I'm sorry, is plain for all to see, which is that Joe Biden has reached a state of physical and cognitive decline that simply must disqualify him from running again for the presidency. No amount of Democrat insistence that the videos are cheap fakes or edited out of context or used in bad faith is going to change that. However, that still didn't stop Karine Jean-Pierre from going down the don't believe your lying eyes path.
There were two instances in recent days where leaders, former President Obama and Georgia Maloney, they physically put hands on the president to guide him and show him, give stage directions. Are they doing that on their own, or has anybody asked them to run the show like that?
First of all, let me spoke to the most recent, right? And as we saw on Saturday, President Obama's office put out a statement. So I would refer you to that statement about what was being accused in those by others. And he said this did not happen in the sense of what people were saying they were seeing, right?
Extraordinary and insidious.